Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video I'm going to highlight some of my new Snow White live action items, and I am excited to share these on YouTube and Instagram. I haven't found where they're going to go in my doll room yet, but I will. Give it time. So the merchandise for this film has been very limited. You know, there's been 2 Mattel collector dolls, and then there's been some Disney Store items, and also many popcorn buckets depending on what movie theater you went to. So I went to Cinemark and picked these 2 up, but the Wishing Well one looks really cool, and so does the one with like the Evil Queen's crown. So I don't know, I might have to own those, but I've never really bought a popcorn bucket before, so this is kind of a new thing for me, but they're cool. One of the new items that I've got is an Evil Queen popcorn bucket, and it is shaped like in a box. You can't open it from the top with the lid, and I guess you can kind of hang it with this little hooky-doo, or maybe close it that way. But it has the Snow White logo on it, which all of this merchandise seems to have. We've got the Evil Queen on the front, and it can holographically change to the magic mirror. Ooh, you know. So, and on the back of it, there's another artwork piece of the Evil Queen. So I do wish that was the outfit we got for the limited edition doll though, because although I think this black kind of silhouette outfit looks pretty, you know, I think the purple would have looked better in the high collar. Maybe since Mattel was doing that for their doll, maybe that's why. I don't know if they communicate or what, or why that decision was made. So another item that I got was the new Snow White live action mug. They have made a mug for every live action film, starting with Cinderella, and I don't own the Cinderella mug, but it was a beautiful collection by the Disney Store. And then of course we got a Beauty and the Beast mug and a live action Jasmine mug. So this is really cute. So it's got Snow White holding an apple and some like forest kind of motifs. And we got that same image of the Evil Queen that was on the popcorn bucket. So I think that's just a lot of the art that they're using for the movie. But this is available at the Disney Store or probably at Disney parks. So the 2 showstoppers are, of course, the limited edition dolls. They're probably the most grandest piece of merchandise you can get from this film, other than the 2 Mattel dolls. And looking at them together, it's really, really nice. I mean, I like how their boxes contrast, the good and the bad, the evil and the fair, I suppose, right? Right, so, and those of you who have seen the film, I suppose these do kind of represent these 2 characters. Although I wish that the dark forest and the apple element kind of would be more played in. And then I'm not sure kind of all the gold detailing on Snow White's box, kind of what that's referencing to, other than maybe flowers. Yeah, they're both kind of framed in a really pretty window. Both circular, I guess. The Queen's a little more wicked. Top of the box has more artwork on it, and it does state Disney Snow White from the movie Snow White. Of course, the Queen's looks more wicked. So, and we've got all the apples and all the branches, and then Snow White's got the gold and like these gold flowers, you know, put around her. Little diamonds and stuff. I mean, I guess it's a reference to maybe the style of the film. I'm not sure, but it's pretty nonetheless. I mean, it's like a gold foil, and it's shiny, you know, it's reflective. So, but the Queen is very shrouded in darkness, very spooky. Close with the Queen, you see, of course, the crown looks a little small, and I think that's been something people have complained about, and I've actually seen where people switch the crowns of the Mattel and the Disney one, and then they kind of work out for each other, so. And there is a lot of stunning embroidery. Like that, there is no joke with that. Like that is very nice. And like the jagged like purples, that is nice. That's very nice. And the sequin bodice, and we've got like a necklace going on, some gems on her hand. She definitely needed to have an apple in her hand. I don't know what happened with that. Of course, I guess, yeah, she does kind of have an apple in her hand in some of the scenes as this, in this outfit, as this version of the outfit. But I know, I think she needed an apple in her hand, and that would have really rocked it. So. But yeah, the embroidery is very nice. And you didn't really notice it much in the film. So, the same with Snow White's embroidery, that really wasn't on the dress, from what I remember. Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen the film. Whenever she's running through the woods, she loses the blue overskirt and she loses the red headband. So that's why in the later parts of the movie you don't see it, her wearing it. So I guess that does make sense. She probably wouldn't look as put together after running through the forest, but still, you know, I really think it would have been nice to have the whole ensemble. She has the necklace, which is a really big part of the movie, and a basket of apples, because actually in this scene she's picking apples. The skirt has a layer of tulle over it, and that's actually right from the movie because that's how it is. And she's actually very active in this dress, so I think she's wearing like a ball gown that probably would have been hard for her to get through some of the action of the movie. Yeah, the blue embroidery adds a nice touch. I like that. So the last item I want to highlight here is the Snow White popcorn bucket from Cinemark, and this is called the dress bucket because it's based solely on Snow White's dress, and it's got some really cute details in there that looks straight out of the forest, right? So it's very, very pretty. And of course I had to fill that up with popcorn, and movie theater popcorn is just different than regular. Well, let me know what you think of Snow White and the Evil Queen and all the other items. Did you buy anything, and what did you think of the movie? You know, let me know your comments down below. So, all right, everyone, I'll see you next time, and stay tuned.